Welcome to this Zoom presentation for the Healy. It's good to have you online today with me. My name is Healy van Zantvoort. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm a Vice President rank at Healy. And I'm here today to tell you a little bit about Healy, about the history, about the people behind the product, about the comp plan and what the Healy can do for you. So I've been in the network marketing industry for about 28 years. I've been with Healy now for about 20 months. From the early days, the network marketing industry has been a tremendous journey for me. I built huge teams all over the world. My biggest team was more than 400,000 partners in 180 countries. It was a beautiful time, was lots of work, traveled all over the world, lots of stress. So I got a stroke and I lost everything that I had. I also could hardly speak, lost most of my words, couldn't read or write anymore, had to learn it all over again, also my English. But then after a while, I returned to network marketing, to social sharing, as they call it nowadays. But then I decided to do it only with health products. Now, with a few colleagues from all over Europe, we have built a few companies to the top with beautiful products. And last year in February, we were invited into Germany, in Frankfurt, to take a look at Healy. So we went there with 6 leaders. 1 week later, we returned with 27 leaders. Everybody was quite surprised about what we saw, about what we heard. So we decided to get started with Healy. Well, in the beginning, everything went very slowly because nobody knew the company. Nobody had any idea about the product. There were no testimonials yet. But after a while, people started to talk about the Healy, what it meant for their health. And from that moment on, it's unstoppable. At this moment, we have more than 150,000 partners in 46 countries. But this is just the beginning. So the Healy, beautiful product. We work with a microcurrent or frequency therapy. And the Healy is for your health, well-being and balance. And as you can see, it also says frequencies for life. Now everything has a frequency. Your whole body, in most cases, has the frequency 77.5 hertz. But also your brains, your eyes, your lips, your heart, your liver, your bones, your kidney, your joints, everything has a frequency of its own. And at the moment when these frequencies are out of balance, the problems and the diseases start. So the task of the Healy is quite simple, to restore that balance in the frequencies. So we work with a current. And when you work with a current, you might maybe think of this guy, Nikola Tesla. He started working with frequency in the early ages. And he says, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And when you work with a current, electricity that you send to the body, people are always afraid. And I can imagine, because in the early days when you work with a current that you send to the body, people were more thinking like this. So it wasn't in a negative way. But so that was ending life. But also you can use a current to start life. At least that's what they also told last century. You could pick up some bodies somewhere at the graveyard. You create a new one and put some electricity on it, and you have a guy that walks around. But start life again is what we do nowadays with this kind of devices. So it's quite known all over the world. But already in the last century, in the 30s, there was a guy in the US, Dr. Rive, who created the first device for frequency therapy to treat people with their health. With this device, he even treated a few people who had cancer. He helped them in a very good way. So when this came out, the pharmaceutical industry was not happy. because it was an attack to their industry. So what they did, of course, there was no internet yet. The only way to spread news was by newspaper. So they wrote bad about them in the newspaper. And they even told doctors who used a Rife machine that they will lose their license. So the machines were banned. And in the early 50s, a few of these machines were found again, and people started to use frequency therapy again. So this started somewhere in the 50s. And over the years, they created several devices in different ways and in different sizes, but it worked. And lots of success. And the most familiar one, that's a European device, this one is called Time Waver. It's a big device. You even need a computer or a laptop along with it to work with it. But it was a huge success in many countries all over the world. And Time Waver is also the mother company of the Healy. So this is where it all got started. But what is the future? The future will be quantum therapy. And maybe you have seen this before. When you are at a certain age and when you remember television from the early days, there was a series that was called Star Trek. And in Star Trek, there was a doctor. And this doctor, when you came there, when you had a problem, when you had a disease, or when you got wounded, he would lay you down on a bed, on a couch, and then he used a device. Bzzz, he went over you, and he looked at it, pressed a few buttons on it, did it again, bzzz, and a few seconds later, you would stand up and walk away, and you were completely cured. That was already the idea of quantum therapy they had about 30 years ago, and that would be something for the future. But this future is closer than you think, because it starts now with this tiny Healy. And this device and the technique behind it has been created and invented by Marcus Schmicke. He's German, and at young age he studied physics at the university, and then he left to live in Asia for a while. He has been a monk for 12 years in India. He traveled in China for a couple of years to study traditional Chinese medicine. Then he returned to Europe to study philosophy, because his journey brought him more questions than answers. Later, he also studied quantum physics. He has written several books. Many of them have been translated in several languages. He's the founder of 2 important institutes for consciousness research. And he wanted to create a device based on the Time Waver that can be used by everybody, easy, simple, at home. The Time Waver, like I showed you, a big device that's being used by professional therapists. But the idea of Marcus was we need a tiny device so that everybody can do personal treatments at home. So we sat down with a team of scientists, physicians, therapists, and engineers, and they started to work on what was later called the Healy. Also important for the Healy is Nuno Nina. He's Portuguese. He owns 7 clinics for frequency therapy. People from all over the world fly in for treatments. They see him as some kind of authority. And over the years, he discovered about 144,000 different frequencies in a human's body. So he knows exactly what frequencies for what purpose. As he cannot be at 7 places at the same time, his colleagues call him many times every day with a question. I have a client here, a patient, with this kind of problem or issue. What frequencies do I need to send to the body? And what is the time schedule for the treatment? So it's all based on experience. Cost him lots of time. So the idea of Nuno was we need to computerize it so that everybody can do exactly the same treatments every time when needed. So we contacted Marcus Schmicke. The 2 of them sat together for a week, and this was the real beginning of the Healy. Christian Halper from Austria, a real businessman and entrepreneur, together with a friend, he launched a huge hedge fund by the name Superfund. They have sold it in the meanwhile, and they are both billionaires now. And Christian uses his money to change the world, to improve the world. So he is a big investor in sustainable technologies. And he is the main investor and the biggest shareholder in Healy. The name of the company is Healy World. And Healy World is developing systems and concepts to improve health and well-being. And this all takes place in Castle Kranzlin. This is about 80 kilometers from Berlin. But this is also the place where Marcus Schmieke lives. But during weekdays, there are many therapists, engineers working on new apps and new devices to make sure that we will always have the latest technology for microcurrent and frequency therapy in the future. The head office is based in Berlin and our help desk is in Wiesbaden near Frankfurt. At Healy, at this moment, we talk about the 3 pillars. And it all started with a tiny device in the middle, the Healy. And we call it Frequencies for Life. For 1 year now, we have Nutrition for Life with our digital nutrition application and Motion for Life with our Healy watch. I will explain more about it in a few minutes. And this all works in a cloud, a huge server, a big computer in Germany. And why do we have this computer in Germany? Well, the tiny Healy, it cannot host the 144,000 different frequencies that we use. It cannot host the more than 200 programs we have at this moment. So that's why everything is located in that cloud, in that server in Germany. And in this cloud are at this moment 4 different apps and 2 different devices. And as you can see, everything is connected to each other. And the master control center is your smartphone. Why your smartphone? Well, just take a look worldwide, even in the poor parts of the world, the poor countries, where people in many cases do not have electricity at home, and for sure no internet connection. But what do they all have? They all have a smartphone, and whenever possible connected to the internet. So in this way, we can use these apps and the devices anytime, anywhere. When you have been working with nutritional supplements before, or when you are active in alternative medicine, well, what is alternative medicine? Then you know that you are not allowed to say that a product helps, that it works, or that it will cure you. Because then authorities might run after you, and you can even get a fine for it. So at Healy, they were very careful in the beginning with their disclaimer as well. So when we started in Europe 20 months ago, there was no disclaimer, just a short disclaimer in the videos. But after a while, German authorities told Healy to change that disclaimer because Healy has done their very best to have the Healy approved as a medical device in Europe. So the authorities told Healy to change the disclaimer. So from that moment on, the European disclaimer has changed. And we can now proudly say in Europe, the Healy is a medical device for the treatment of pain in chronic pain, fibromyalgia, skeletal pain and migraine, as well as for the supportive treatment of mental illnesses such as depression, anxiety, and related sleep disorders. The Healy can do a lot more. Frequency therapy, that's been around for almost 100 years now, can do a lot more. But conventional medicine, the regular medical world, they think they have not seen enough proof yet. But it will soon change because many tests take place at this moment worldwide. Our latest device and the latest app, quite new, no time yet to apply for a certificate. But it will soon change. For the US, the product has been cleared by the FDA, and there we can say it is a product to relieve acute and chronic and arthritis pain and muscle soreness. All the other things that we can do with the Healy are not medical approved and cleared yet in the US. And for other parts of the world, like many countries in Asia, there are no medical claims yet, but we are working on it. But we have convincing facts and figures. With the previous device, the time waver, more than 500,000 people have been treated with lots of success in about 40 countries. But the Healy has proven itself as well before it became available for the regular audience like you and me, for the regular guy. Because it has been tested for 2.5 years by 2,000 doctors, healing practitioners and therapists. And after their test, they even made changes in the Healy, improvements in the Healy, and they created new apps. And 2 years ago, in November 2018, Marcus Smeeke said, now the Healy is ready for everybody. And sales started in Europe last year in February. So we work with a current, with electricity that we send to the body. And then people are always afraid. But in this case, there's no reason to, because we work with a microcurrent. And with a current, two things are important. That is a voltage and the frequency. Let's first explain the voltage. When you are newly born, you have young, healthy, strong cells. And they are minus 70 millivolt. And when you grow older, the voltage will go up. When you get problems, when you get sick or diseases, it will go up further. When you get severe sick, it even goes even further up. And at some point, it will be 0 millivolt. Cells will die, you will die, and that's the end of it. This is not an invention by Healy. This is just physics and biology. And this is important for your cell membrane. The cell membrane needs to open and close several times every second to let nutritional products and energy in and the waste products out. So when you are young, opening and closing will go very fast with lots of force, but later on it's not that easy anymore. So the first task of the Healy is to restore that voltage, that it will go down to minus 70 millivolt again. Then we have the frequencies. There's an inside of the cell and there's a moisture surroundings of the cell. Because cells are never stick to each other, they need to move around. And the inside of the cell is minus and the outside is plus. So when the cell membrane opens, the plus and the minus will attract each other like a magnet. So in this way, nutritional products, energy can enter the cell, waste products can leave the cell. But when, for whatever reason, or the inside or the outside, that frequency is out of balance and the cell membrane opens, nothing happens. Waste products cannot leave the cell. Fresh food and energy cannot enter the cell. This will go from bad to worse. So the second task of the Healy is to restore that balance in the frequency. This is just an easy way to explain it. When you go to Google, it will be much more difficult. The first medical proof that this works dates from the year 1982. And my idea is the easiest way to understand it is to read it from the bottom up. When you use frequency therapy in the right way, the transport of amino acids in your body will increase up to 40%. Your whole body consists of amino acids. This is important for the protein synthesis. And this can even go up to 70%. And protein synthesis is building new cells. And why do we need new cells? First of all, to replace the cells that are sick, old, or have died. And secondly, because new cells have more mitochondria in it. And now maybe you think, what is mitochondria? Mitochondria are the power plants, the energy plants of your body. And every cell has from a few dozen
to sometimes hundreds of mitochondria in it. So they take care of your power and energy level. And this is what doctors call ATP. And this can even increase up to 500%. And let's be honest, when you have more power, when you have more energy, you can combat everything what is attacking you. So this is what Marcus Mieke uses in this tiny Healy. And it has been made in a way that everybody can work with it. Not only therapists, but also people like you and me. The regular guy from the street. It's just a matter of reading the manual, using your common sense, and you can work with a Healy. Your Healy is connected by the internet to that cloud in Germany. Sorry, your smartphone is connected by the internet to the cloud in Germany. Your smartphone is connected by Bluetooth to your Healy. You download the app, you open the app, and you choose a program. Then the graphics on your smartphone will clearly show you how to connect the Healy to the body. Because it must be easy for everybody. So the graphics can tell you to use adhesive electrodes. These are these little round stickers that you stick to your body about 10 centimeters, 4 inches of each other on the spot on your body where you have a pain issue or a problem. It can also tell you to use bracelet electrodes. This is the case in 80% of the applications. Or to use ear clip electrodes. Once you have connected the Healy to the body, you hit start. And then you will see that your smartphone will download the chosen program from the cloud in Germany, and at the same time will upload it into your Healy. And depending on the program that you have chosen, this takes from 1, 2 up till 30, 40 seconds. And when that has finished, the Healy will start automatically. But then also, the biggest difference between other frequency therapy devices that you can find worldwide will start. And this is the secret of Marcus Mieke. In a tiny Healy is a quantum sensor. And that quantum sensor will analyze your body, your cells, and your energy field that surrounds you. What are the frequencies that you really need at this moment? And depending on what your body answers the Healy will then only send the frequencies that are really needed to the body. Until the body tells the Healy it's been enough for now, you can stop. This is a big improvement to the old situation, where you have to explain to a therapist what your problem is or your disease. And then by experience, they will determine what frequencies to send to the body and how many minutes the treatment should last. So you would never know in the past if you would receive the right frequencies and maybe the treatment was too long or it was too short. Now the quantum sensor will analyze what is needed and will do what is needed. Analyzing the body takes, depending on the program that you have chosen, from 1 up till 9 minutes. And the real treatment takes from 11 up to 50, 60 minutes. And from that moment on, the Healy works on its own. So you do not need your smartphone anymore. Because some people tell me, Healy, I'm not quite happy. The Wi-Fi connection, the Bluetooth connection being open all the time. No, if you don't like it, you can turn it off. Some people even switch off the smartphone completely. No problem. The Healy will continue to do what it has to do. But if you leave your smartphone on, you can track what is happening. When you take a look to the left, here you can see what program is running at that moment. Here you can see how many minutes the treatment still lasts. Here you can see what frequency is being sent to the body at that moment. And here you can set the intensity. Some people are very sensitive. When you put it on 20, 25%, they will tell you, oh, the tingling in my fingers, in my arms, it's too much. Can you please turn it down? So then you can adjust it. For some people, you can even put it on 50, 60%, 70%. there are people who still do not feel it at 100%. Then it doesn't mean it doesn't work. Some people feel it, other people do not feel it. Another improvement is that you do not have to travel to a therapist anymore. That will cost you time. Being at the therapist, you have to lay down on the couch for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, being connected to a device. You have to travel home again, costs you lots of time. Now you just click the Healy to your clothes, put it in your pocket, hang it around your neck using a collar, and you do whatever you have planned to do for that day or for that moment. You go to work, you work at home, you go out for a walk, you go to the gym, watch television, so you can use that Healy anytime, anywhere. And as the quantum sensor analyzes what is needed and will do what is needed, we cannot make mistakes with it. Because the quantum sensor will analyze what frequencies to send. But even when it sends frequencies to the body that your body doesn't need, that it does not resonate with, that's how they call it officially, then nothing happens. And as we cannot make mistakes with the Healy, it's a product for everybody, for the whole family. For young people, old people, very old people, very young people, when you guide them, everybody can work with that Healy. And it's not for health issues and pain relief only. You can also use the Healy for fitness, for learning, studying, for beauty. We have some job-related programs. But let me show you how it works. I'm going to connect my Healy to the screen, and I'm going to show you how it really works. Give me a second. So this is my smartphone, and this is the Healy, a tiny device. So as you can see, we have 4 different apps. Now I'm going to show you the first app, and this is the treatment app. Now when you open it, then you will see that we have several program groups. And these are the names of the program groups: Cold Cycle, Pain, Psyche, Learning, Fitness, Job, Sleep, Mental Balance, Beauty, Skin, Bioenergetic Balance 1 and 2, the Meridians 1 and 2, Chakras, Protection Programs, and Deep Cycle. So, like I told you, it's easy to use. So if you want to use a program of the Gold Cycle, you just open that section and it shows you what are the names of the programs are that we have in that program group, in that program page. It says Pure. Pure is to detoxify. I think it's very important nowadays with the food that we eat and especially the air that we breathe now. Then we have Care. This is for your immune system. Maybe this explains the huge success that we have now, because everybody worldwide tells you make sure you have a strong immune system. Balance and Being, for emotional and physical balance. Do you know people who have a lack of energy? We live in a world that is totally stressed out. So a little bit of relaxation, it will not hurt you. And then we have Release. And Release is for pain. And this is not only physical pain, but it can be mental pain as well. So in this way, we have many program groups. So when you open a program like Pure, when you want to run the program Pure, you just click it, and then it will show you how to connect it to the body. You have to use the bracelets, and the program duration is 52 minutes. So once you have connected the Healy, you hit Start, and then you will see that it will download this chosen program from the server in Germany, and at the same time will upload it into the Healy. You can see the Healy now, 2 lights, a green one and a blue one are flickering as a proof that the program is being loaded. That easy is how it works. So everybody can work with that Healy. So now it's still downloading and uploading, a few seconds. And then it will start with the program. So for the first 9 minutes, it will analyze your body with all kinds of frequencies. It will send many different frequencies, in many cases up to 400 different frequencies to test if your body really needs it. And then after 9 minutes, it will start with the real treatment. And on the bottom, you can see that you can set the intensity to a higher level if needed. So that's how the Healy works. So in this way, we have many program groups like pain. This is how it's called in Europe and in Asia. In America, we cannot call it pain, but it has a different name. But these are the program names that we have in Europe and Asia. And in America, it's called Program 1, Program 2, just for in a safe way to apply for the rules of the FDA. Learning. In the beginning, we thought this is for the younger people so that they can study more easily, that they can absorb that information. There's a program, as you can see, for exam anxiety. But now we see that many older people use it to train their memory. Program group fitness, you can use it before, during, and after you go to the gym. Job-related programs for people who have a burnout or need more energy at work, need some more balance, but also some sleep programs for people who have a sleep disorder. Mental balance programs. Beauty and skin in many different ways, because everything is a frequency. Bioenergetic balance 1 and 2, and as you can see, these are all kinds of programs for the inside of your body and for organs, like for your immune system, for cold, for allergies, for your eyes, for your hormones, intestines, for your nerves, for your flexibility, but also like for bacteria, for your tonsils, for your liver function, for toxins, for your lung function, for your prostate. So you can work in many different ways with this Healy. The meridians, like I said in the beginning, Marcus Smike studied traditional Chinese medicine. So what an acupuncturist can do with needles, the Healy can find these meridians with frequencies. This is really amazing how this works. Now we also have the chakras, so you can work on the chakras. A few protection programs. Think of 4G, 5G, which is becoming a bigger problem worldwide. The Healy is already working with it. And then you can use general protection and electro sensibility. So many programs for protection. Deep cycle programs, these are very intense therapeutic programs. You can never start with these programs. You will get this program group extra as soon as you have your Healy about 2 weeks in your possession. And the best way to start with the Healy is with the gold cycle programs. These gold cycle programs are for everybody. So when you are sick, when you have a disease, but even for healthy people, they can work with the gold cycle programs. But this is also the starting point before you start using all the other program groups and pages. So this is, in short, how the Healy works. And now I need to disconnect it here. Stop. And when the page wants to move on now, then you can see. For America, again, we have to explain you that it is for pain relief only. But these are the editions that we have, that we sell. So the first edition is the Healy Gold, where Nina put all his experience to create the 7 Gold Cycle programs. And this edition, the basics, will cost you $470. In Europe, 417 euros. And in Asia, where people have to order the product in Singapore, it will be 650 Singapore dollars. And these amounts are excluding tax. So the second edition, the Holistic Health, you will have access to 8 more program groups or pages. Like for America, local stimulation. In other parts of the world, it's called pain and psyche. The bioenergetic balance 1 and 2, the meridians, the mental balance, the sleep and skin. It will cost you in America 942. In Europe, 837 euros. And in Singapore, 1,300 Singapore dollars. The third edition is the Healy Holistic Health Plus. And again, 6 new program groups that are added. Learning, studying, fitness, job, beauty, chakras, and the protection programs. And this edition will cost you 1,413 US dollars, 1,258 euros, and in Singapore it will cost you 1,955 Singapore dollars. So with the first 3 editions, you choose what program to use by reading the manual and using your common sense. And I just explained you how to do it. It's not that difficult. But with the most extended edition, the Healy Resonance, we work in a different way. There you can analyze the body. And the Healy will then tell you what are the 5 main programs to use in every program group. So this will give you a clear understanding of what is happening in your body. And this is a starting point of what programs to use. So let me return to the Healy. And now we go to that other app that we have. When it wants to reconnect now, hold on a second. Okay, there it is. So in that in the most extended edition, the Healy Resonance, you can create a list of clients, of people, your contact persons, people in your family, your neighbors. You can put everybody as a contact in your Healy. So you can create an individual, an animal, a plant, an organization, a building, etc. But for today, we just stick to creating an individual. And then it will ask you the title, Mr. or Mrs., first name, last name, the date of birth, place of birth, if the male or female, all the other information not important at this moment. So you just fill out all the details. Yes, I want to synchronize it with the cloud. And then it is in the list. And when they are in the list, as you can see, there are many names in the list. You can work with these people. So the first thing what you can do is analyze them. So when I run an analyze on myself, it shows my name here. I just open my name, and then it says continue with database selection. I open that, and there it shows the Gold Cycle program, the pain and psyche, the learning programs, all the program groups that I just showed you. But it also says all program groups. Oh, that was too fast. Hold on. It's very sensitive, as you can see, but we will get there, don't worry. All program groups, and it shows a start button. Then you hold the Healy in your dominant hand. In my case, it's my right hand. And then I click start, and then it shows a fingerprint. Does it take your fingerprint? No. But it's just a place to put your finger or your thumb. And why do we use it in this way? Because we have to focus. We have to focus on what we are doing, because the Healy will analyze your energy field and your body. And it has to be done in a focus. So only by putting your finger there or your thumb, you have a real focus. And now it has analyzed my body. And it tells me I have an issue, as you can see, with the Healy Meridians programs number 2 group, with the Healy Gold Cycle, protection programs, the deep cycle programs, and the sleep programs. I usually write them down. It's a list of 5 names. So remember, we'll do 2 of them, the Meridians program 2 and the Gold Cycle. Then I return here to my name. Open that overview again. I go to Meridians program group number 2. And I run and analyze, hold the Healy in my hand, on Meridians 2. And then it tells me what are the 5 main programs that I need to work on in the Meridian group number 2. So I have to work on my stomach, on my kidney, on my lungs, on my liver, and hormonal balance. And everything what is above 40 is not okay. And when it is above 50, for sure it's not okay. So that means that you need to work on it. So the other one was the Gold Cycle programs. Again, the same. So in Gold, I need to work on release, on balance, on care, relax, and pure. Then I close this app, and now I know that I have to work on release and balance in the Gold programs. Then I open the other app that I showed you 10 minutes ago, and then I start with the program release. And when that has finished, after 50 minutes, I will go to balance. So in this way, you can work with your Healy. So with the Healy resonance, you can analyze. You can analyze all program groups at once, but also one by one, and it will give you a clear overview of what is happening in your body. The next section here is that we can also analyze different topics, like the Bach flower remedies, the materia medica, the amino acids, Australian bush flowers, the Alaskan gym elixirs, the Schussler salts, the I Ching. And we can do that as well. So as an example, when I run an analyze on the Bach flowers, in the same way, it gives me an overview now of the 5 main programs that I need to run on the Bach flowers. And it is written what it means. But as you can also see, it says number 8, the chicorée, or number 3, beech, or number 2, aspen. So what you can do now, you can run to the pharmacy and buy these products and take them. You eat them or you use them in a different way. Some products are oils. But what we can also do now is go to action. And there it says vibrate. First, we can create a PDF of this analyze that you can save in a file, and you can send it to people. But you can vibrate. And what does it mean? Vibration means that we will put the vibrations and you can choose a time from a few seconds to minutes. In this case, we only use the 1 minute 20 seconds and 2 minute 49 seconds. Like the more is for huge animals, for buildings, organizations. So when we put it on 1 minute 20, done, and we hit start, then the Healy will send these vibrations through the air to the energy field of that person that you have analyzed. So that can be you, but it can also be somebody else. So this means you do not have to connect them using the bracelets. It's not connected at this moment, but it still sends the vibrations directly into my energy field. And you can do that with all these analyzers. What we also have is an aura module. You can create an aura picture. This is my aura. When I analyze it, then it tells me all the colors by percentages according to 7 chakras. And now you can see that I need to work on my throat, heart, and plexus chakra. When I hit analyze again, start analyze. Sorry. It will now run and analyze on these 3 chakras. And it will go into my mind and into my energy field. And now it will create a huge document with things from the past, the present, and an advice for the future according these 3 chakras. So in this way, you can even analyze all 7 chakras. So when you read this, this is really an eye-opener. You have no idea what this tiny Healy can find in your body, in your mind, and in your energy field. So when you have studied holistic treatments, or when you know quite a lot about Reiki, and you read this, then you know how to talk to people to help them with their mental issues, with their mental problems. And as you might know, this can even take months or years, because it's not easy to help people with their mental problems. But the Healy can do this as well. That's why we have the program group Mental Balance and the program group Chakras, that we can run in the other way that I have shown you 15 minutes ago. But what we can also do is we can vibrate it. We go to vibration, you choose a time, like 5 minutes, 59 seconds, hit start, and now it will send the vibrations of these chakras to my energy field or to the energy field of somebody else. And as soon as you start using the Healy, you will learn, and we will teach you how to run and analyze even on a distance of a person who lives in another town, in another country, in another part of the world. And we can even treat them on distance in this way. And that's quantum physics. That's working in the energy field, in the information field. For sure, you do not understand it at this moment. Don't worry about it. We will teach you, and you will learn more about it once you start using your Healy. So in this way, we work with the Healy resonance. All the analyzers are in a file. So next day, tomorrow when I want to work on my meridians, it still shows me what I have tested today. Then I can return to the other app, open these programs one by one, and do a treatment. Or with action, I can even vibrate the meridian treatment directly into my energy field. So this is how it works, and this is really amazing. So this is the most extended edition that we have. And this edition, like I told you, is called the Healy Resonance. And the Healy Resonance will cost you $2,357 US, 2,098 euros, or 3,260 Singapore dollars. And tax is not included in these amounts. And then you can work with your Healy as long as you want, as many times as you want with the whole family. And you can even, when you have a clinic, you can treat your patients in the clinic. What we also see is that many therapists have also a few of the gold and holistic editions that they can lend out or hire out so people can do the programs at home. But the therapists have a Healy Resonance. They analyze the clients first, and then they tell them what programs to run at home. So this is how we work. So we can work with physical problems, with mental, and also with holistic issues. For the past year now, we have a new app. This consists of two parts. Part one is the Heal Advisor Search app. This is a database set up by experienced therapists who have been working for decades with frequencies. And they created a list of diseases along with a list of programs to run with your Healy. It's just a matter of typing your questions in the app. That can be the name of a program group, the name of a program. It will tell you what it will do. You can put the name of a disease in it. But sometimes you go to your doctor and tell him, hey doctor, I have no idea what the name is of the disease that I have, but these are the symptoms. Then you just type the symptoms here, and then the Healy app will create a list of programs to run with your Healy. Second part is digital nutrition application. Everything has a frequency. So also food products have a frequency, but also vitamins, minerals, multivitamins, multiminerals have a frequency. And when they have a frequency, we can analyze it. So that's what Healy has done. They have analyzed lots of frequencies of vitamins and minerals. And we can send it now in a digital way directly into the cell, where it will have the same result as eating the vitamin pill or drinking the drink or the shake. And it will have the same result. Does it mean that you do not have to eat anymore? Of course, you still have to eat. But you do not need to buy these food supplements as a vitamin or a mineral anymore. And it's already been proven that DNA is how it's called in short, digital nutrition application, is preferable to the consumption of manufactured cheap food supplements. Many people still believe in these jars with 100 tablets for less than €5 or $5. But that's all pharmaceutically made. That's all fake. That's not real vitamins, not real minerals. So it's much better to use DNA. This is a subscription. When you go on a subscription, every month you will have access to 48 substance combinations with all kinds of topics, different topics, like for young people, old people, for men, for women, for children, for hair, for skin, for performance, for weight loss, for gaining weight, you name it, you can work on it with combinations. But also 72 individual substances, such as vitamin A, B, C, D, E up till K, B12, B5 complex, all minerals, all proteins. You can send it in a digital way directly into the cell. We also have a watch. Maybe you are familiar with the Apple Watch. And these fitness trackers, they tell you how much calories you have burned, how many steps you have walked, what your heart rate is, your blood pressure. And in the beginning, you think this is very interesting. But after a while, you forget the device and it will end up somewhere in a drawer. But at Healy, we have been thinking, what can we do with a Healy, with frequencies, and with a watch? And the answer is the Healy watch. And the Healy watch is a way to know your body. The Healy watch will measure you 24/7 with all kinds of topics. And then you will say, yes, but this is exactly as what the Apple Watch will do. Well, maybe you are right. But where the Apple Watch will only measure you and tell you what it has measured, the Healy watch will analyze it, and it will then tell you what programs to run with your Healy. And you will even get 36 new programs along with it. And this is a much better way to do it, because when you have the resonance and you run an analyze on the body, this is just the moment of the day, or the moment of the week, or the 2 weeks, or the moment of the month when you run the analyze. But the Healy watch will analyze you 24/7. So it will give a clear view of what is happening. So as we measure different things 24/7, we have the 36 new programs along with it. When it is mostly in the blue, it's okay. When it's more in the red, it's not okay. And then it will tell you what programs to run with your Healy. You can do quite a lot of things with that watch. I did not enable everything in it because all the beeps and all the vibrations will turn you crazy. What may be important is this one. There's West function. You can put 3 names in it with 3 phone numbers. And whenever something happens to you, you just press that watch for a few seconds. Then automatically a message is being sent to these 3 people, telling them you have a problem, but it will also show your location, so they know where to find you. The Healy watch is still available in Europe for 190 euros, in the US for $214, and in Asia, 240 Singapore dollars. If you want to connect the watch to your Healy, along with the 36 programs, it will cost you $22. If you want to use the digital nutrition application, it will cost you $95 in America. You can use it with more people in a family. So when you divide the 95 by the number of people, and when you consider that you do not have to buy vitamins, minerals anymore, products of other network marketing companies, it will save you money. The Heal Advisor Search app will cost you $33. My advice is when you cannot afford to buy the Resonance, at least get a subscription to the Heal Advisor Search app, because this will give you a clear overview of programs to run with already more than 850 diseases. We have 2 bundles with the watch, a small bundle and a bigger bundle. And so you can test it with 1 or 3 apps for 3 months. When the 3 months have ended, it's up to you if you want to continue any of these descriptions. You can even do it by the month, so it's very flexible. We have a medical advisory board. You need to have it with a medical product, so we have it as well. So they take care that the product that we have and the apps that we have now are safe, but that the new devices that we are creating at the moment, the new apps that will be available soon, that they are safe as well. So like I told you, in Europe, the Healy is a medical device certified as a Class 2A product. So this means it is safe. The certification is from Germany. It's valid all over Europe. The product is developed in Germany. It is made in Germany, not a Chinese product. For some people, very pleasant to know. And that certificate has been renewed about 1 month ago for the next 2 years. And for America, it is FDA cleared and also certified as a Class 2A product, which means you can sell it over the counter. You can find many testimonials online. There are several Facebook groups. The person that has invited you here can add you to these groups where you can read what people tell you about using the Healy. We have asked people some questions. First question was, which are your main uses of Healy? As you can see, most people use it for pain, but also for regeneration, for health promotion, for stress, for wellness, fitness, skin, you name it, you can work on it using your Healy. 80% of the people who have a Healy use it every day. In the beginning, 2 or 3 programs per day. Later on, you can do 3 or 4 programs per day. About a month ago, I had a talk with Marcus Mieke, and he told me that now he doesn't use the Healy on a daily basis anymore because it's not needed anymore. 96% of the people who have a Healy tell us, yes, we have an improvement of the symptoms of our concerns. 31% tell us a strong improvement, 18% a slight improvement, and only 4% tell us no improvements or no improvements yet. Maybe they just started using the Healy, or they have no patience and already returned the product. So this is very high. So customer satisfaction is high. I've never seen this in the past. 15% tell us we already notice a difference after 1 application. 50% tell us a difference within 3 applications. This is usually the case with mental balance and pain programs. By the way, whatever works for you in 1, 2, or 3 applications, it does not mean that your neighbor will have the same result. Everybody is different. Just try it, just use it. Other application, you need to use it for a longer time, but for sure you will have results. And 94% tell us, yes, we want to recommend the Healy to friends, to neighbors, to colleagues, to family members. And this is very high as well. And this was an idea of Marcus Mieke, to not put a Healy on a shelf in a store, because people do not spend 500 up to 3,000 euros or dollars for a product they do not know. So we use social sharing. And social sharing is that you talk to other people about the Healy. You share them your enthusiasm. You show them the Healy, you talk about the Healy, you run an analyze on them, a test treatment, and then they will ask you, where can I buy a Healy? But now it's more difficult, of course. Since March this year, we all have a worldwide problem where we do not want to visit other people. We are not allowed to visit people in many parts of the world. So we cannot show them the Healy in real life. So from that moment on, we started to do social sharing by social media. There are many Zoom presentations every week where people tell your guests how the Healy works. So you do not have to do it yourself. You just have to invite them to these Zoom calls. And when they like the product, of course, they want to test the product, you just send them your personal web shop. They order the product online. Healy will send the product to the people at home. People pay directly to Healy. So you do not need to have any products at stock at home. Healy will take care of it. And they can test the products for 2 weeks. Everybody in the family, all the programs that are on it. And when they like it, they will keep it. If they don't like it, they can return it. And there's a 2-week money back guarantee. And when people hold their Healy, when they keep their Healy, you will get a beautiful commission for it. Because this was also an idea of Marcus Mieke, because when you put it in a shop, the shopkeeper wants to earn money. The wholesale department wants to earn money. You have to advertise for it. It costs lots of money. Now that we can save it, we can spend this money to the people who make Healy big around the world. That's network marketing, social sharing. So now maybe you think, well, I was not online to listen to a money earning concept, but my advice is just stay tuned. What if you can have return of investment within a couple of weeks? Because let's be honest, from 500 up to 3,500 is lots of money for the average family. What if you can have upgrades for free? Or that you can get a Healy for free? Some people ask us, can we earn 200, 300, 400 euros or dollars every month? Yes, you can. We have 10,000 of people already doing it. Other people ask us, can we earn this kind of money that we can replace our income, because I do not have a job at this moment, or my boss has sent me home because of COVID. My personal business has closed. Many people have a money problem at this moment. And yes, you can earn a couple of thousand every month. We have thousands of people already doing it. Other people ask us, can we put a zero behind it? Yes, you can. You have to put more time in it. It will cost some more energy, but the sky is the limit. But it's up to you. So just pick whatever suits you. But for the US people, we have to explain you, we have to tell you that earning money is based on performance. And it's not that everybody will get the higher amounts. You really have to work for it. So how to build your own business with Healy? First of all, it is important that we have a product where there's a market for. Yes, the Healy and all the other products that we have. There's a market for this product. The worldwide market for nutritional supplements was last year $150 billion. It will grow up to $195 billion within 5 years. The worldwide market for health and fitness wearables was 25. Within 6 years, it will go to 140 billion. And with what is happening now worldwide, I think it will grow faster. This is a growth rate of 25% per year. And they have already told me in the past, many years ago, if you want to earn money, you have to be active in a growth market. And are we in a growth market? Yes. Healy started last year, and in the first 10 months, our turnover was 8 million euros. Was not bad for a startup company. In January, we doubled sales. In February, we doubled sales. It's not easy to keep on doubling, but in March and April, we even had a growth of 40%. But then in the month of May, the US opened. The country of the opportunities, the country of network marketing. And the result was a growth of 300%. Amazing. We thought this cannot be any better. But in July, the turnover was already 14 million euros, more than the 10 months last year. It cannot be any better. But then we had a promotion in the last week of August and the first week of September. And in 2 weeks, we sold for more than 20 million euros in Healy devices. So yes, we are in a growth market, but we are also a category creator. We are the first to enter the marketplace with something completely new. And when you take a look at the past, almost every company that is a category creator became the biggest, and in many cases still is the biggest. Will Healy be the biggest in the future with frequency therapy, with microcurrent therapy? No idea. But we think it will grow to an industry of at least $200 billion within 10-20 years. With the big devices, bigger devices, smaller devices, with new apps and devices that are being created at this moment, it will be huge. Will Healy cover this amount? No, of course not. But even if we can cover 10% of it, we are still $1 billion company. And when you take a look at the network marketing industry, with the companies that have been around for 30, 40, 50, 60 years or longer, some companies like Avon has been around for 100 years. They are $1 billion companies. And the two biggest companies have a turnover of between 8 and 9 million billion, 8 and 9 billion per year. So when we can cover 10% of these 200 billion, we are the biggest network marketing company. And my idea is we will cover that in the future. But we are already the fastest growing network marketing company of the last 10 years. It's incredible what is happening with Healy. We are something completely new. People like it and people want it because more and more people do not like the pharmaceutical industry anymore, do not like the medicines anymore, do not like a doctor that immediately grabs a knife and wants to cut in you. People want to return to nature. And frequency are the beginning of nature. So yes, Healy will be big. You have a 2-year warranty on the product. You have a 2-week money back guarantee. And when people keep the product, when they do not return it, you will get a beautiful commission for it. And we already do this in 46 countries. Almost every country in Europe is open. Many countries in Asia, including Australia, New Zealand. It's growing very fast over there. Since May this year, America is open, and in a couple of months, Canada will open, Mexico will open, South Korea will open, and more countries by the end of next year. All products and all product packs have a money value and a point value, a commissionable value. And why do we have this commissionable value? Well, it is not easy to add euros to dollars to rubles. So that's why we have these points. So when somebody in Japan buys a Healy Gold, I have no idea how much yen it is. But I do know it will bring 250 points into the commission plan. You can join Healy and start with a small device like a Gold or an Holistic Health. And when you are ready for it, you can upgrade it to a bigger device by paying the difference with a small service fee. So you can buy an upgrade, but you can also get, and you see it here in dollars, these upgrades for free. And this is what we call a fast start promotion. And this will work in the first 30 days only when you join Healy. This means that for every 3 Healys that you sell, you will get a free upgrade. But in the first 30 days, you will also get an extra cash bonus of 25, 50 or 100 euros when you sell the bigger devices, up to the amount that you will already receive when you sell a Healy. So how does it work? You join Healy, you buy a Healy Gold, you sell 3 devices in the first 30 days. And when these 3 people do not return their product within the 2-week money-back guarantee period, a few weeks later, you will get a free upgrade to Holistic Health. When you sell 6, it will be upgraded to the Health Plus. When you sell 9, it will be upgraded to the Healy Residence. And depending on where you live, that's a gift of 2,000 or 3,000 euros or dollars. That's very nice. Some people join Healy and buy a Healy Resonance because they want to run the analysis starting day 1, or they want to show the Healy Resonance to other people because what you show is what people want to buy. So when you can afford it, start with a Healy Resonance. There's no upgrade anymore because you already have the most extended edition. They have thought about it as well. When you sell 3 Healys, even when it's only 3 times a Healy Gold, you will get the second Healy Resonance for free. And that's a gift of quite a lot of money. You can use it to lend out to friends, to colleagues, to family members. Have them try the Healy a couple of days or a week. And for sure, you will have a new customer or a new partner in your team. Example 2 shows when you sell the bigger editions, next to the free upgrades, you also get the cash bonus. The ranks and titles, well, you know how it works. The bigger the team, the higher the turnover. Usually you will grow in the ranks, and this means that the monthly commissions will be higher as well. At Healy, at this moment, we only have 2 senior presidents. We have, I think, about 6 vice presidents at this moment. We have a dozen senior directors, and that's it. So when you take a look at all the other network marketing companies that have been around for 20, 30, 40, 50 years or longer, all the higher ranks, they already show hundreds of people. So this is the proof we are still in the beginning. We have 6 commissions. The first 2 commissions are a sales commission. You will receive them every time a Healy is being sold, and the other 4 are management commissions. The commissionable value, the points, are euros, and these amounts are paid out every time when a Healy has been sold. 30 up to 40% as a direct bonus, and 60 up to 70%, so that's the difference, will go to the dual team, or as what people call it in America, the binary. The direct bonus in Europe and in Asia, you will get 30 up to 40%, depending on the device that you personally have, paid on the commissionable value. So when you have a Healy Gold, you will get 30% on 250 points, 500 points, 750 points, and 1,250 points. And you will receive 75 euros, 150, 225, or 375 euros when you sell a Healy. When in Europe you have a holistic health, you will get 33%, and you will see the amounts are a little bit higher. With a plus, you will get 36%, again a little bit higher. And with the Healy Resonance, you will get 40% commissions in Europe and in Asia, and you will receive the bigger amounts. How many Healys are you allowed to sell? As many as you want now and in the future. How does it work in America? Because of the law, there you will get a percentage of the product that you sell. So when you sell a Healy Gold, you will get 30%. When you sell a holistic health, you will get 33%. So this is how it works in America. Easy and easy to explain. And then we have the dual team, the binary. So we're going to build 2 teams, a left team and a right team. So in the beginning, it's just you. After a couple of days or weeks or months, a few of your friends or colleagues tell you, yes, I want to be a partner. They will find new partners who find new partners. And the team will continue to grow. So 20 months ago, it was just me. After 1 week, I had 7 people in my team. After 1 month, already more than 100. And at this moment, I have more than 32,000 people in my team. Healy started 20 months ago. It was just Healy, and now it's more than 150,000 partners. And the beauty in network marketing is that you will receive a commission on the sales of everybody in your team. And Healy has chosen to pay you 15% on what we call the weaker leg. An example, in a certain month, your left team, so not you, but the people in your left team, sold Healys in the amount of 10,000 points. Your right team has sold Healys for 7,000 points. Then you will get 15% on the 7,000, is 1,050 points. And this means that Healy will pay you by the 15th of next month, 1,050 euros. That's about 1,200 US dollars. You will understand this is not month 2 or 3, but maybe it's month 5 or 6 or month 12. Now let's be honest, even if it takes 2 years to get another 1,000 per month extra, is for the average family lots of money. But we do have people who created this kind of turnover in 3 months, in 2 months, in 1 month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, and 1 week. That's up to you. How active are you? When will you start advertising your Healy business? When will you make your first phone call? Example 2 shows that every month it can be different. So the left and right team, the lesser leg can be different. But this will continue to grow. So the remainder of the points, the remainder of the money, once the direct bonus has been paid out, will go into this dual bonus, into the binary. Maybe you do not understand it at this moment. Don't worry about it. As soon as you start building your business and you will receive your first commissions, you will learn it step by step. The computer will calculate it. For management commissions, the first one is a matching bonus. You will get 3, 5, 10% on what your people earn on 4 levels. You know, at network marketing, they tell you, go for at least 5 people on level 1. Explain them to do the same. On level 2, you'll have 25, 125 on level 3, 625 on level 4. But some people do less, some people do more. So in the future, in 10, 20, 30, 40 years, this can be thousands or 10,000s of people that you will get 3, 5, or 10% on. Mobility bonus, this will pay for your expenses from the rank manager and above between 100 and 2,000 euros every month. That pays for your expenses. Of course, it's not easy to travel at this moment, so it's up to you what you do with the money. But you can pay for the gas in your car or buy a plane ticket when you want to visit somebody at another town that has shown interest in the Healy. A rank achievement bonus, the first 5 are easy to reach for everybody within half a year, 1 year, 2 years. The other 5 will take more effort, more time, but it's up to you. A leadership bonus, 1% of the world turnover will be shared by the directors and above. The idea of Marcus Smieke is to sell at least 100 million Healys within the next 5 up till 10 years, with an average of 1,000 euros or dollars each, is lots of money. So if you can share every 3 months in that 1%, I can already tell you this is a nice amount of money. So these are all the commissions. You will learn more about it once you get started. So this is what we have been doing now for the past 20 months in Europe and some parts of Asia. We just started in America, in the US, about 6, 7 months ago. It's still in the beginning. So we work on your physical, mental, and holistic health, but we also can work on your wealth. But that's up to you. I do not know if you like this, if you like the product. Maybe you think, well, I like the product, but I want to test it first. Then ask for the web shop of the person that has invited you. Order a Healy, and once you receive it at home, you can test it for 2 weeks. You can try it for 2 weeks. And if you like it, you just keep it. If you don't like it, you can return it. No problem. If you think, well, I like network marketing, I've done it before in the past, or maybe you have not done it before, but you like what we do, and you want to work on your money issues, and many people have a problem nowadays because of what is happening in the world. We already have shown that you can build your teams easily, from a couple of hundred to thousands, 10,000 of partners in 1.5 years. So when we can do it, you can do it as well. And for sure, you will have questions. You will have lots of questions about the product, about the frequencies, about the microcurrent. We had many questions as well 20 months ago when we visited Frankfurt. We had no idea. We were not showing this presentation, but we just went for our feelings, what our feelings told us at that moment. And that was the same with the comp plan. We had been working with network marketing companies before. So when we saw the direct commission and the 15% in the binary, we had an idea, well, this really makes sense to work this program. So with only a little bit of information, we got started. Our idea was the knowledge of Marcus Smieke with frequency therapy and microcurrent therapy. It's okay. Let's do it. Then we heard the story of Nuno Nina with all his experience with all the different frequencies. So we said, it's okay. And with the comp plan, it was okay as well. So we just got started with less information than you have now. But we managed to build huge teams. So if you have 2 or 3 important questions, call the person that has invited you, get an answer on these 2 or 3 questions, and just get started. Because you do not need to know everything today, and it's impossible to know everything today. The Healy is a process of learning what it can do and how to use it. And even after 18 months, every week, every month, we learn new things what can be done with a Healy. So it's just about that feeling. What does your feeling tell you at this moment? But it is okay. Just decide to do it. To buy a Healy or to join as a partner. And if you do not like it, within 14 days you can return it and you will get the money back. So there's no risk. So I'm glad I said yes 20 months ago. I have a team of 32,000 people and we can build it huge worldwide. In all the countries, in the smaller countries, we need 10,000s of partners to reach the millions of people that live in these countries. In the bigger countries where you have 100, 200, 300 million people or more, we need at least 1 million partners in all these countries to reach the 100, 200 or 300 million people that live there. We cannot do it with the 150,000 partners we have at this moment. We need you, but you need us. At least if you want to change something in your life, and if you want to change your health, you need a Healy. If you want to return to nature, you need a Healy. If you want to work on your wealth, you need a Healy. We have shown it is possible, but now it's up to you to show us you can do it as well. Well, thank you for being online with us today. I hope you like what we have shown you today and that you are ready to change your life. If the answer is yes, just pick up your phone, call the person that has invited you, ask the 2 or 3 important questions, and then decide. But whatever your decision is, it's a good decision because it is yours. So thank you again. See you next time. Have a pleasant day, pleasant afternoon, or a pleasant evening, wherever you are. Bye-bye. See you next time.